Hello, people of YouTube. I am Steve Gray. Thank you for watching. Today we're going to be talking about Yashahime, Princess Half Demon, Season 2, Episode 11. And this Raccoon arc is finally over, thank mercy. And hopefully we are going to be getting back into the main storyline a little bit next episode, Episode 12, hopefully. I say that because based on the preview, we got to see Shishomaru and Rin. Yes, finally Rin showed up after several filler episodes. Finally, like a pressing concern. Oh, by the way, Rin is dying. Should probably get on that. And then Rin's like, I want to see, my daughters at least one last time before I die. She actually mentioned to Shishomaru, hey, Toa is crying. So I think what's going to end up happening is Shishomaru is going to end up meeting up with where Zero and Toa are. As you can see from the thumbnail, Toa is in a lot of great pain. She is stuck with an infinity beetle that is sucking out all of her anger and sorrow and darkness in her heart, which sounds like a good thing, but I guess it's extremely painful as well. Zero was able to do this with her little henchman there because, Toa lost her demon abilities because of the new moon. And that's like kind of the gist of that arc. There's really not a lot going on with that during this episode. It is more or less just Toa is suffering. They wanted to just show it here and there because obviously she's probably the main character of the show. And then it was more about Mora this episode. Moving on to Setsuna, she is just sleeping the entire episode. This giant Yeti demon is trying to attack them, and it's kind of like Team Rocket's blasting off again, because Setsuna has laid out all of these crazy different traps since she is unable to defeat the demon. And every time he comes in, the Demon Slayers are just like, oh, if he's this tall, pull this lever. He goes flying into the distance. It's like, Team Rocket's blasting off again! And then when he comes back again, they pull another lever and another lever until eventually the demon gets defeated. She wakes up, and that's kind of the end of her arc. The new moon is over. She gets her demon powers back. Moving on to the main story of this that isn't comical. They actually had to make the Demon Slayers comical because they couldn't use Mora to be comical. She was more serious in this episode, which I like seeing. She was able to defeat the Demon Moon Raccoon. She did not seal him away. She kind of destroyed him, killed him, as you will. Found this crazy, there's literally like a giant moon in the basement of this mansion, which is kind of cool. And he was like, I'm not like my mother. I'm not going to seal this. I'm getting rid of this. I don't want to ever have to deal with this again. So she ends up defeating them. Takomio, if I'm pronouncing his name right, probably not, has decided, oh, nope, my younger brother is going to run this clan. I'm having too much fun at the corpse dealer, so I'm going to go do that. And then Mora is kind of the same way. He actually ends up giving Mora a substantial amount of gold dust, I believe is what he called it. He's like, it's enough to pay off your bounty. And he was like, no, you go ahead and keep that. I'm not going to be dealing with that because I like what I'm doing. So, she's like, this is my calling. This is what I plan to do in the future. Give me 1 Rion, and eventually I'll pay that debt off, but today is not the day. So she could have, but she did not pay that debt off. So I ended up giving that money to the villagers. How they ended up getting all of the raccoon demons to kind of join them on their side is they were like, hey, look, he's been taxing the crap out of you, spending all this money on women and alcohol, not utilizing it to, make the clan stronger, more powerful. Let's all revolt and attack him. So everybody's like, yeah, cheering, yeah, Viva Revolution, etc. That's how they get the people on their side. They trick everybody by transforming one of the members into the Shogun, and thinking that they actually captured Mora when they didn't. Takomio's little brother there, he actually helps Mora out. The picture actually ends up freezing her in her tracks, similar to the giant eyeball can. He knocks it over, and he was like, nope, sorry, we're not doing that again. He was like, if I had more of a spine, if I had more of a gut, I'd actually take back this village the way it's supposed to be, run it the way it's supposed to be run, which is why I think his older brother leaves it to him, because he was, look, I know you care about these people. I haven't really been in the picture. You have more relationships with them than I do. This is, the time to turn everything around, do it right. Get everybody where they need to be. Well, now, while, yes, they don't have the giant raccoon protecting them anymore, so they do have the ability to be like, oh, hey, you need to help us again. etc. in the future, I think they're pretty good because, I mean, you have one shogun that had this crazy, footing reverse technique, and that just knocked Mora out last episode. And guess what? Guess what? Mora learned it too. The monks, Hawk flew over, taught Mora how to do it. She figured out how to do it, and she sent off the shogun flying into the distance. We don't know if he's dead or not. He may or may not come back if they want to use him as a filler character in the future. But who knows? So we have growth from all three characters. Mora obviously getting stronger, learning new techniques. Toa getting, the life sucked out of her, which I guess she's not really getting stronger. And Setsuna realizing that she doesn't always have to rely on her demon abilities. She's very smart, a cunning woman, has the ability to set up all these different traps to help other people out, without having to physically be there to defeat demons. And that's pretty much the gist of the episode. Not terrible overall, not great. I mean, I'm just thankful the storyline is wrapped up, as I know a lot of you are. I've seen a lot of comments on Reddit, especially, in the Yashahime subreddit, in our anime subreddit, just complaining about, why are we doing this right now? Rin is dying. Inuyasha and Kagome are no closer to getting saved. Zero needs to die. We haven't seen Kirinmaru in a while. He needs to die as well. And now, hopefully, we're getting to the point where I think Zero is probably going to actually end up dying or leaving people alone. For whatever reason, Shishomaru brought her back to life. Well, actually, we know why Shishomaru brought her back to life, I should say. It's because of the connection to Rin. But now that he cut that connection to Rin, there's no reason why he needs to keep her alive anymore. So I wouldn't be surprised if he shows up to help Toa out and actually ends up killing her once and for all. And then that pisses Kirinmaru off. So then he comes flying after Shishomaru, and there's some sort of crazy epic battle again. I think that would be pretty intense, pretty interesting to watch as well. But who knows? That's my guess. It looks like Toa's going full demon blood next episode, from what we're seeing. But based on the preview. So it'll be interesting to see what her capabilities are. She might be the one that actually ends up killing Zero. It is a real possibility. And then I'm assuming Mora and Setsuna are going to show up to help her as well, and it'll be like a nice little reunion. And then after that, probably going to have Setsuna go save Rin, their mother, because that needs to happen. Now she has the ability to cut, the string of fate now, so she needs to go save Rin. She'll be good to go in the foreseeable future. She wants to save her mother, so she can do that. Cut the string of fate. Hopefully save her from the silver scale that's spreading all over her, and will be good to go for the foreseeable future. I think I've said that like 7 times in a row. Sorry, I apologize. We're gonna cut this one here. There's really not a lot going on in this episode. 7 out of 10. Maybe 6 out of 10. 6.5, 7 out of 10. Probably like 6.5. Somewhere in the middle there. We'll give it a 0.5, just because the battle was actually pretty decent. The battles, I should say, were pretty decent. There was some decent comical relief in there as well. But I'm just happy to get out of this little arc of 5 episodes or so that we've been in filler mode, and hopefully we're finally getting back to the story come episode 12. Let me know your thoughts down below while you're down there. Hit the subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, leave a like too, and also feel free to comment on what you want me to do for future anime and cartoon related videos. You can look forward to Demon Slayer. Should be able to get that one out tomorrow when the episode actually comes out as well. My name is Steve Gray. Thank you for watching, and as always, have a good one.